What you are about to hear is not for everyone. Most people will listen, nod, and return to the comfortable sleep they call a life. But you are still here. That already separates you from the 99% who will scroll past this in the next 4 seconds and forget it existed. Here is the truth. The reason you have not built the life you imagine has almost nothing to do with your circumstances, your resources, or your luck. It has everything to do with a single, silent agreement you made with mediocrity somewhere along the way, one you renew every day through the choices you make when no one is watching. Until that agreement is torn up, nothing else you learn will matter. Success is not rare because opportunity is rare. Opportunity is everywhere. Success is rare because the internal cost of pursuing it, the discomfort, the discipline, the isolation, the repeated failure, is a cost most people are simply unwilling to pay. Everyone wants the result. Almost no one wants the process that produces it. Watch how the ordinary mind operates. It searches endlessly for a shortcut, a hack, a trick, something to bypass the price entirely. But the truth is boring. It is thousands of hours in rooms no one is watching, doing work no one applauds, failing in ways no one documents, for years, before the results become visible enough for the world to call it luck. Nobody claps for the years before the applause. And this is exactly why most people quit. They were promised a shortcut, and when it never came, they blamed the dream instead of the false expectation. Here is the second truth. The people who tell you to be realistic, to lower your expectations, are not doing this out of malice. Your ambition becomes a mirror reflecting everything they gave up on for themselves. It is easier for them to call your dream unrealistic than to sit with the evidence of their own retreat. This doesn't make them villains. But it means your environment may be quietly sabotaging the exact future you are trying to build. Napoleon Hill spent 20 years studying the wealthiest people of his era, searching for what separated them from everyone else with the exact same opportunities. It was not superior intelligence. It was a refusal to let temporary defeat become permanent identity, and a burning, specific clarity about exactly what they wanted, held so tightly that circumstance eventually bent to accommodate it. Most people don't fail from lack of ambition. They fail because their ambition is vague, spread across a dozen half-considered goals, none defined precisely enough to organize their behavior. A wish to be successful someday produces nothing because the mind cannot act on vagueness. It requires a target so specific that every decision can be measured against one question: does this move me toward it, or away from it? And here is the truth that removes every excuse. You already know what you need to do. Beneath the noise and the procrastination disguised as preparation, you already know the exact action that would move you forward. The information you are missing is not information. It is courage. If knowledge alone were enough, everyone with access to a search engine would already be living their ideal life. Knowledge was never the missing piece. Action was, repeated, unglamorous action, sustained long after motivation disappears. You are being asked to become part of the 1%. Not because you are more talented. Because you are willing to pay a price most people refuse to pay, the price of specificity when everyone else stays vague, the price of discomfort when everyone else chases comfort. This is the moment most people close this and change nothing. Do not be the 99% who heard the truth and let it evaporate by morning. Take the one action you already know you've been avoiding, and let this be the exact moment your life stopped happening to you, and started being built. Purpose, one relentless decision.